Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Salvation Elite. We are back with another video, guys, and today, man, Champs is right around the corner. I had it out for Champs in a week. I am pumped to see what happens and how this whole event will go and what all could go down. And today we're talking about the players who are under the most pressure to perform, to win, to play well in general at Champs. Tomorrow is going to be the full-on COD Champs predictions video. So we'll be going through everything you need to know about COD Champs and what we need to know going into the weekend, into pool play, and into bracket play. So it's going to be a big old video tomorrow. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss it. Plug right there. So before we even get into the players, I just want to talk about what's on the line here at Champs. So of course we know that money is on the line, man. There's a lot of cash on the line. The winning team takes home $800,000. The second place team takes home $260,000. So it could come down to a round 11 search and destroy. That one round of search and destroy could be a $540,000 round. So I mean, that's literally over $100,000 per player difference between 1 and 2. So as you guys are seeing here, that's kind of the breakdown for the rest of them. 260, 140, 110, 75, 50, etc. Kind of breaking down for the rest of the rankings. So yeah, of course there's a lot of cash on the line. That's the first reason. The second reason, of course, is legacy. Like, people's legacies are on the line at Champs. At the end of the day, whether it's good or whether it's bad, people remember Champs more than they remember any other event the rest of the year. Just look back at last year. Do you remember TK winning 2 events, or do you remember TK losing in Champs to EG? This year, there's so many different storylines. Players are trying to get their first rings. Karma's trying to get a 4th. Guys are trying to catch Karma. There's guys trying to solidify their legacies with a Champs win. Successful players who have won a lot, but they haven't won a Champs yet, so they're trying to get their Champs win and solidify their careers. All over the board, Champs means so much to get that ring. The final thing that's really interesting, a lot different this year than in past years, is contracts going into franchising. This actually matters so much for teams, for players going into the franchise league, considering it looks like there's only going to be 12 teams in the league. It's not going to be easy to get a starting spot on that team. So raising your stock with a good Champs performance is going to be massive, because people remember those Champs performances. And like, just look at last year, like Dashy. I mean, of course he was great all of World War II, but he was really good at Champs. And that's where I think a lot of casual fans first learned about Dashy, and just maybe that was the reason why he ended up on the Optic roster. You never know. Playing well at Champs means a lot for your bank account, it means a lot for your legacy, and it means a lot for your future next year in franchising. So there's a lot on the line, man. And that's why we're talking about the players who have the most pressure. I know this was a long intro to these players, but I thought it was pretty necessary to talk about what was actually on the line for these guys. So finally, at number 5 on the list of guys who have the most pressure on them, Nagafin. Nagafin slash Gen G. Nagafin, after this whole drama with Spacely getting dropped, getting added back to the team, Spacely and him have some beef. Spacely talked about it on the most recent episode of the Crowder Hour, where Nagafin had some bad blood with Spacely in some way or another, and that kind of all went downhill pretty quick. Gen G, they've been so close multiple times this year. They had second Anaheim, second at Miami, played well in the Pro League, and they're just trying to get that championship after this whole year of being so close. And that's really important for their legacy as a team, for them as individuals to get this championship. Not just a COD Champs, but even just a championship this season. They've been so close, and I'm sure they really want it. And a lot of people have them in the top 2 or top 3 as favorites to win this event. So there's a lot of pressure on Nagafin and Gen G as a whole. So coming at number 4 is another man who's looking to make history. That's Enable. He has 9 career major tournament wins. He's looking for his double digits, which would make him only the 10th player ever to be in the double digits in tournament wins. But he's never won a Champs, and that's what he's looking for. And not only that, but he has a good chance to win one because he's on 100 Thieves. And of course, they've already won 2 events this year, winning back-to-back London and Anaheim. But they're looking to take home that championship. And again, it's about, what do people remember? Do people remember the 2 championships just like TK last year, or do they remember the COD Champs? And if 100 Thieves doesn't show up at COD Champs and play well, like if they end up getting top 6, top 8, people are going to question their dominance year long. And we're definitely going to talk about them more tomorrow in the COD Champs predictions and preview, because the SOG meta change with the hit scan now definitely hurt him. And so we have to talk about how that's going to affect him. But Enable definitely has a lot of pressure on him, and he needs to play well with that SOG in his hand if they want to win. Number 3 on this list is Temp. Not only has he never won a Champs, but he's never won a tournament. And Temp now, he's back with his buddy, he's back with Hook on Splyce. Even though Temp individually has been pretty good this year, same with Hook, Splyce hasn't been good, and they really need to perform at Champs. I mean, this is a situation with Temp where it's like, what's his stock going into Modern Warfare? People's opinions on Temp are kind of all over the board when it comes to him as a teammate. Him as a player is a little bit more solid, but can he win an event? Can he finally end an event on top? Like, it's hard to say if that's going to be the case. And again, Temps just got a lot of pressure on him now with his boy Hook. He's always got a lot of flack for his personality, for his fiery attitude, and he's under a lot of pressure to really finally win with his duo. So this is kind of a cop-out, but coming in at number 2 and number 1 is Scump and Crim, because there's a lot of pressure on Optic Gaming, even more than normal, to play well as Champs. There's a lot riding this in every aspect of the pressure at Champs. The cash, the legacy, and the future of their careers next year in Modern Warfare when it comes to contracts and teams. And there's even an extra element to this when it comes to Crim and Scump, just considering the history. They dropped Formal, they dropped Karma last year. They rode together as a duo, Crim and Scump as a duo, and they picked up Octane, they pick up Methods, it doesn't work out. But then they drop Octane, they drop Methods. Now this year, Octane's been one of the best players all year long in Black Ops 4, so it kind of looks like a mistake to drop him. And of course, they played so poorly at Champs last year. They've only won 1 event this year, and that was the first event of the year before teams really started figuring out the game. So there's a lot of pressure on Scump, a lot of pressure on Crim, and coming off their tragic performance at Miami, they have so much to prove. And I would say especially Crim, who had a tragic performance at Miami. There's a lot riding on this, even though we're moving back into a slower paced, more traditional COD. For both of them, I don't know, man. The young guns have looked so good this year. It's felt like Dashy's team this year. And so Scump and Crim were looking to take back that title of dominance. Karma's looking for his 4th ring. Optic Gaming as a whole has a lot of pressure, but I would say Scump and Crim specifically have a lot of pressure to play well at Champs. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, tomorrow I'll be doing the breakdown of COD Champs, the predictions, the preview, everything else you need to know. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to take a while. I need to dig into that tonight and really get my notes down so we have some good information for that. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, like, favorite, and subscribe. Share the video if you guys really enjoy it. And, you know, it means a lot to me as always, and we're trying to do this full time and trying to do this long term, and I cannot do that without you guys. So as always, guys, I'm your boy Salvationz Elite, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.